Obla-dee, obla-da, life goes on. Ra-la-la, how the life goes on. Obla-dee, obla-da, life goes on. Ra-la-la-la, how life goes on. Chords, arpeggios, octaves. Does that sound like Greek and Latin to you? Well, in reality, actually more close to Italian. We'll learn all about that today and why they're important to us as singers. Hello and welcome to the Western Vocals course with SIFF Young Artist, where we nurture the artist in you. My name is Sharanya, and today we're going to learn all about learning to sing in pitch, and we're also going to learn some anchor notes that'll help us find our way through music. And that's where the terms that we talked about earlier, chords, arpeggios, octaves, all of that will come in. Now, it's really important for any musician to be on pitch. So you must have heard of the phrase singing in tune, right? Now, what does singing in tune mean? It simply means singing in pitch. And especially when we're working with jumps and leaps and we're skipping a lot of notes, it's important that we define each note absolutely correctly. And how do you train yourself to sing in pitch? Let's find out. So here's an exercise you can try. Pick an instrument. If you have one already at home, great, but otherwise you can use any. There are plenty of free resources available online. So pick a keyboard app and click on the note C. Listen to it very carefully. And now try and sing the same note. Is it the same? Or are you singing not in pitch? You've got to work around, see if you're singing exactly the same note. If I'm singing it means I'm singing higher than the actual note. I'm not in pitch. But if I was singing it means I'm singing lower. It's got to be exactly the same. So keep listening and see if you can match the two notes. If you're on you've got to tune yourself down and go to and if you're down lower, if you're at so tune yourself up and match the note. It takes a bit of practice, and there are tools that can help you here. There are free tuner apps that you can find. We'll list a few recommendations in the description box, so do check them out and work on pitching. All right, so in our warm-up, we focused on three notes, right? We sang the notes do, mi, so, and these notes were played separately. Now imagine these three notes coming together and being played at the same time. There are instruments that can do this, like the piano, for instance, which can play three or more notes at the same time. Take a look at how that sounds and even appears on the keyboard. Now that is a chord where the notes do, mi, so are being played together at the same time. Now imagine the same three notes being played differently with a little space in between, just like how we sang our warm-up. That is called an arpeggio. When we sang the notes spaced out, that is called an arpeggio. They could move up or down. Do, mi, so, mi, do. That is an arpeggio. So let me give you a little fun example. Imagine you had a whole bunch of candy and you picked up three pieces and you put them all into your mouth at the same time. That is a chord. But if you ate them one after the other, that would be an arpeggio. So why are we talking so much about arpeggios? Arpeggios are great vocal training exercises. They help us as singers to pitch better, to train our ears better. So they're great overall. And while we're talking on the subject of leaps and jumps and arpeggios, there's one very important interval that I'd like to introduce you to, the octave. Now, does that ring a bell? Oct. And maybe that could give you a clue into what it means. Think of an octopus. How many tentacles does it have? 8 tentacles. So there's something to do with the number 8 and Alright, I'll explain it to you. So you remember the major scale going back to Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. And if we put that in numbers, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I skipped all of the notes between 2 and 7, so it would just be 1, 8, 1, or Do, Do, Do. And that interval is called an octave. Great job, and keep practicing. So don't forget to check out the link in the description box where we've got a demo track and a practice along track that you can use. And now let's do a quick recap of everything that we learned today. We first spoke about how important listening is to be able to sing on pitch. We also learned an exercise that can help us stay on pitch. We then talked about chords, arpeggios, and octaves, and how important these are for us singers. Alright, and now for our bonus pro tip, we've got a fun little game for you that you can play with yourself and with your friends. Write out on little pieces of paper the numbers 3, 5, and 8, or if you're comfortable, you could also do Mi, So, and Do. Now, I'll show you how to play this game. So do a nice shuffle of the chits and see what we've got. Okay, I've got a Mi here. So pick a note on the keyboard. For example, C, Do. That note that you pick is going to be your Do. Do. And I've got Mi here. So my challenge is to be able to sing Mi when I hear Do. Do. How do I find Mi now? I think back of the arpeggio, the warm-up that we learned. Do, Mi, So. Or I could also think back to the song that we learned. Oh, bloody. And I picked the second note, which was Mi. And there we go. Do, Mi. And that's my answer. All right, let's shuffle again and see what we get this time. Ha, it's a So. And you know exactly what to do this time. Refer back to the song, the melody, and the arpeggio, and you'll be able to sing your So. Try it out yourself, and I'm sure you're going to do great. So if you enjoyed learning with us today, make sure to like the video and share it with your friends. Do tell us in the comments below what you think you enjoyed in the lesson. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications so you're the first to know when a new video is up. See you in the next lesson, but until then, keep singing.